So welcome to the channel BekbolBoxing, guys. In today's video I will teach you how to learn the CHELNOK. So if you're confusing, CHELNOK is a pendulum step. It's a very basic fundamental move in Soviet style. I will explain you why, when and how to use the basics of the pendulum step. In this video I'm not gonna show you how to throw punches while using pendulum step because that's gonna be a really complicated thing. First you need to learn the fundamental and basics of how to jump in and out and just be more good with the rhythm and flow work. Without more talking, let's get into the basics and let's go. When do you use the pendulum step? Use the pendulum step whenever you want to be elusive, whenever you want to build up the rhythm and be unpredictable and you're ready to attack your opponent. How to use the pendulum step? The first, you always gotta be on your toes. With a very good pendulum is when you're on your toes and your knees should be slightly bended, so there's like a amortization in your knees and toes because it's gonna be softer on your legs. So it's gonna be a little bit bended, your knees bended, your toes are up. You stand like this in your stance, in your regular stance, and you jump. First you jump just up and down, so here on your toes. Why it's called in and out? Because you move in and out, pendulum goes like this, in and out, it swings like that. So you gotta just imagine that you're a pendulum and swing forward and backwards. Both of your legs should be jumping at the same time and landing at the same time. It shouldn't be like your one leg is in the air, another is in the ground, and just vice versa. They both should be up top. So from here, I'll just show you in my stance. So as you guys have noticed, I'm moving in and out, but I'm really jumping. What I like to do, I suggest you to not jump a lot of high, be subtle and build more rhythm. So you need to be really careful and subtle with the pendulum. Don't jump like high in and out. Just jump, make little micro steps like this, here. This way you save a lot more energy and your durability is gonna last longer. Instead of doing this like that, try to just jump really subtle here. Remember, you don't have to be jumping up and down. There has to be in and out movement, slightly forward and slightly backwards, but not at the spot because you're gonna get caught. And there's second type of pendulum when you don't lift your legs up, when you're just using the rhythm and in and out. That's what I like to do. Most of the time, I don't like to jump in and out because that takes all of my durability. What I do is just my legs are stick to the ground. At the same time, I generate a lot more power, and at the same time, I'm moving in and out and using the rhythm. So from here, I do this here. Just slightly micro steps like that. Here. And mostly I use my back leg, but my front leg stays always there because that helps me to keep the distance between your opponent a lot more better. I use my back leg, I slip here, slip back, here. So from here, just here, 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 boom, boom. And I use my body as well with the head movement. Here, here, here. And sometimes I jump as well, but it's just for the fraction of seconds in order to get away from my opponent. So from here, I work with combinations, boom, boom, and I jump backwards, move sideways like that. Here. One important thing, whenever you're moving sideways, your legs should be apart. The legs shouldn't be touching. There has to be gap and you always have to follow the gap. So here, here, boom. And when you go backwards as well, the gap should be always the same. Here, boom, boom, here, here. This is my style. My style is like this. I don't jump around, I just use the rhythm in and out like that. Here, sometimes I jump, I go away, here, punch, I stop and then punch. Also you can punch while moving, but it's gonna be a lot more harder. It's gonna be in the next video. So yeah guys, let me go again. First, you have to be on your toes. Second, your knees have to be bent. Third, whenever you're moving forward, backward, sideways, doesn't matter. The gap between your legs should be always the same. And you need to move in and out with slightly, just a slightly in and out movement, not much. And don't jump way too high. Just jump front and backwards really fast micro steps. So guys, as I've told you, there are two styles. First style, traditional Soviet style that everybody uses, and second is my style. So the first style is when you jump here, boom, you move in and out, boom, here, forward, sideways, you circle like this, you jump. It is pretty good. Feels like you're a bunny. So anyway, that's the first traditional, and the second one is mine. It fits for the heavyweights. So if you're a heavyweight, if you're slightly more muscular, fatter, taller, and it's hard for you to keep up the pace, this is gonna be perfect pendulum for you. When you just move here, here, and you move your back leg most of the time, here, 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 boom, boom, boom. And whenever you're standing toe-to-toe with your opponent, I do this here. I use my head movement, my upper body movement, and slightly with my legs as well. From here, just here, here, and everything like that. So yeah guys, these were just the basics of a pendulum step, which means work in CHELNOK. CHELNOK. It's very good, but for now I just wanted to learn the basics, and in the next video I will implement how to throw every punch, how to throw jab, cross, hooks, uppercuts while using a pendulum step. The most important thing about pendulum is just building a rhythm and the flow work. That way you're gonna be really elusive, your reaction, flow, and everything is gonna be boosted up. Whenever you jump, you are connecting with the ground most of the time. That's what I like to call. You're just calculating the distance between your opponent by jumping up and down. That way, your sense of feeling the distance can be a lot more better. But I do not recommend you to use the pendulum step all the time. I recommend to build a rhythm, and whenever you want to be getting away for your opponent, or whenever you want to close the distance really quick, you use pendulum, but not most of the time. Don't just jump around like a stupid guy, and that's because it's stupid. You need to be flat-footed, you need to generate more power, you need to use your head movement and upper body movement. For you guys out there, I suggest you to learn the second style if you are a heavyweight. But if you're a lighter guy and if you're confident that your durability is gonna be perfect, then you can go with traditional CHELNOK. But other than that, that's the basics of a CHELNOK. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one.